And before I knew it, I lost my mindset again. And I began to recalibrate. You know, everybody doesn't play in the NBA. I'll graduate in 4 years. You know what? I just go get a good job. It's okay. It's okay. And at the end of my freshman year, my daddy called me on the phone. He asked me a question. He said, son, you're not playing. Why not? Politics, Dad. It's political. My father asked me a question. He says, how did your coach get paid, son? I said, Dad, he gets paid to win. He says, okay, son, if your coach gets paid to win, won't he play the players to give him the best chance to win? He said, son, you got recruited, you took all your visits, you chose Minnesota. You took your time and you chose Minnesota. You told me that you're gonna turn that program around. You told me you're gonna graduate in 4 years. You told me you're gonna make more money in business than you did in sports. One of the core values of our training and development called family was accountability. That was a core value of that training and development organization called the Bond Family, accountability. He said, so go back and do what you said you're gonna do. My father reminded me of what I said I was gonna do. I went back to my coach's office. I said, Coach, what do I need to do to play in the NBA? He looked confused. This is what I told him. I'm gonna become somebody different. What do I need to do to play in the NBA? I'm taking this thing to the next level. We about to rise up. So for you to be passionate, your logic and your emotions need to be intertwined. See, some of you guys have the intellect and some of you guys have the passion, but you have to have both to be successful in this business. Sharks are hunters and predators. They never stop swimming. In fact, if a shark stops swimming, it will die. If a shark goes backwards, it will die. Think like a shark, act like a shark, and behave like a shark. Can I ask you a question right now? Can I ask you a real question? Not your neighbor, I'm talking to you. What kind of student are you right now in life? You're in charge of your promotion. If you do 5 million and want to get to 10, you're in charge. In order for you to rise up, you better take your game to the next level. Your mindset needs to go to the next level. Your information needs to go to the next level. Your relationships need to go to the next level. Take your money and get information and access, and you will get good habits and good rituals, and you will go to the next level. Coach, what do I need to do to play in the NBA? He said, you can't run, you can't jump, you can't dribble, you can't shoot, and you can't rebound, son. Next year, I'll be your most improved player. I'm going to think, I'm going to execute, and I'm going to win. I'm going to think, I'm going to execute, and I'm going to win. I'm going to execute what I've been trained to do. I'm connected to a shark. I'm connected to the greatest training organization in the world, and when I get home, I'm going to become somebody different. What do I need to do? You need to have an honest self-assessment about what your weaknesses are. And that's how you get to the next level. My sophomore year rolls around. We go all the way to the Sweet 16, and I'm the top 6 man in the country. I go back to my coach. What do I need to do to play in the NBA? The list got shorter. The next year, we went all the way to the Elite 8. We were one shot away from the Final Four, and I was the top 6 man in the country. I carved out a niche. And that's what impact players do. They make their community better. They make their city better. They make their town better. They make realtors better. Be an impact player, and anyone in your life, if they need a shark, you become their shark. All I had to do was have one good year, and I walked right into the NBA. My senior year, everything lines up. But the first game of my senior year, I break my foot. I come back in 6 weeks and I break my foot a second time. In my mind, my college career was over and my NBA dreams were dead. I averaged 7 points a game. I got offered a $75,000 job because one of our season ticket holders liked me. Right before I took the job, my daddy called me on the phone. He would always ask the right questions at the right time. He said, you had a tough year, son, what's next? I said, Daddy, I'm gonna be a hospital administrator, $75,000 job. He said, not bad, son, but can I ask you a question? Do you believe?
Guys, I found the best grooming life hack on TikTok, laser hair removal by Laser Away. Before, I had to shave nearly every day. And if you've ever had to shave your back, you know it's the worst. Contorting every which way in places you can't even reach or see. It's awful. Laser Way, on the other hand, eliminated all the hassle. I scheduled a virtual consultation from the comfort of my home, they answered all of my questions, and I even booked an appointment for that week. The actual laser was also surprisingly...
You're an NBA player? Come on now, Dad. I only having 7 points a game, Dad. We're not like these other black families that just need basketball, Dad. We're educated, Dad. We're not dependent on basketball, Dad. We're balanced, Dad. We're educated, Dad. I got a $75,000 job, Dad. Do you believe, son? He was checking my mindset. He was checking to see, was I thinking like an A student? Or was I falling back into that C mindset? Do you believe you're an NBA player? I said, yeah, Dad, I do. He said, well, go for it, son, but Dad, I never started in college, but. My father said, you told me, son, that you're gonna turn that program around and you did it from the bench, son. You told me you're gonna graduate in 4 years, son. The average student graduates in 5. I'm proud of you. But you told me that you're gonna play in the NBA. And you told me you're gonna make more money in business than you did in sports. Do you believe you're an NBA ball player? I do, Daddy. Go for it, son. Go for it. I go back to my coach's office, and I said, Coach, what do I need to do to play in the NBA? He teared up. I teared up. He said, I'll be honest with you, son. When I recruited you, I heard you was a mama's boy. But you're not. In fact, you're one of the toughest players I've ever had. I'm a Hall of Fame motivational speaker. I go all over the world running my mouth. But he gave me the greatest compliment I've ever received. He said, you're just like your daddy. My daddy was a shark, and I was a suckerfish. But that moment was my opportunity to turn into a shark myself. If you hang around sharks long enough, it will transform your mindset, and I promise you, you will be like a shark. You will think like a shark. And you can't go backwards, and if you stop swimming, you will die. Brian Buffini, he can't go backwards, and if he stops swimming, he will die. So ladies and gentlemen, you're connected to the right shark. All you need to do is be a good suckerfish. Success is all around you. Just pay attention. Every time you leave a business meeting, consciously and subconsciously, that person is debriefing you. Are you likable? Do you brighten up a room when you enter, or do you brighten up a room when you leave? Are you good with people? And don't you ever be a Sarah parasite, which means don't you ever come to this conference and go back home and do nothing. And then claim, oh, I tried and it didn't work. No. My college basketball coach said, son, I think you should be a motivational speaker. I said, Coach, I can talk the rest of my life. What do I need to do to play in the NBA? He said, if you do these two things, you'll play in the NBA. You gotta better shoot the three-point shot with range. And you gotta lose about 15 pounds because you don't pass the eyeball test. When I talk about the eyeball test, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about me. He says the NBA thinks you're a football player trying to play basketball. You gotta lose weight to change the perception. I lost 15 pounds, and I became the first ever undrafted rookie free agent in the history of the NBA to start opening night.
All right, guys, we're gonna get the call started here in 60 seconds, 60 seconds. So spread that word, let everybody know that Mornings with Nano is live. Let them know, let them know, let them know. I'm super, super excited for today's call. Really, really looking forward to it. We'll be getting the call started here in the next few minutes, guys. Next few minutes, we got like a minute left till we get the call started. So let's get it rocking. I'm excited and let's run it up.
Number one, put God first. Put God first in everything you do. Everything that you think you see in me, everything that I've accomplished, everything that you think I have, and I have a few things, everything that I have is by the grace of God. Understand that. It's a gift. 40 years ago, March 27th, 1975, it was 40 years ago, just this past March, I was flunking out of college. I had a 1.7 grade point average. I hope none of you can relate. I had a 1.7 grade point average. I was sitting in my mother's beauty shop. They still call it beauty shops now? What they call it now? Yeah, I was sitting in the beauty parlor. I was sitting in my mother's beauty parlor, and I'm looking in the mirror, and I see behind me this woman under the dryer. And every time she looked up, every time I looked up, she was looking at me, just looking me in the eye. And I didn't know who she was, and I said, she said, somebody give me a pen, give me a pencil, I have a prophecy. March 27, 1975, she said, boy, you are gonna travel the world and speak to millions of people. Now mind you, I was flunked out of college. I'm thinking about joining the army. I didn't know what I was gonna do, and she's telling me I'm gonna travel the world and speak to millions of people.
All right, familia, what's up? Grand Rising, happy Thursday. And I'm so blessed and so grateful to be here with all of you. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to jump on today's call. I'm always blessed and I'm always grateful to, jump on these calls. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. So happy to see you guys. Always a pleasure, honestly. And I hope that you guys are having a blessed morning. I hope that everybody's growing, everybody is elevating, everybody's taking themselves to new levels. That's what it's all about. Big, big, cheesy smiles. Yes, yes, yes. I'm glad I get a chance to do my call from here today. I think that they've been taking lunch breaks during the Mornings with Nano call. So there's no construction going on right now, which is great. So it's all working out in our favor like it always does, right? Everything works in our favor. We expect miracles and we get miracles. So we are always extremely grateful for everything. Let everybody know that Mornings with Nano is live on YouTube. Today is one of the days that is free. For those who don't know, Mornings with Nano is not live anymore on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If you want to get Mornings with Nano, the exclusive access to Mornings with Nano on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, those are going to happen on MMX. Okay, so if you want to get MMX, it is $100 a month to get MMX. That's where you're going to get exclusive access to my calls. You're going to get exclusive access to our inner circle and a few other things that are in the works when it comes to the MMX platform, guys. So we'll be in contact with you guys. We'll make sure that you guys get all the information. If you guys want more information on getting MMX, contact the Mornings with Nano page so that we can get you guys locked in with MMX. But it's an incredible platform. Not only will you get access to me, but you'll get access to Matt Rosa. You'll get access to Chris Reef, who's one of our top educators, and a lot of other amazing people like Millie Mills and other great couples as well. So super excited for it. But let's get into today's call because we have a good one ahead of us. Let's type in the chat box, what is one thing that we are grateful for on this beautiful Thursday morning. Type it in the chat box. Let me just send out one last message, let everybody know we are live and ready to go. I'm gonna go live on YouTube as well, on Instagram, everywhere, so that everybody is aware. and we're going to run this play because I am excited to run the play today. All right, guys. So what are you grateful for this morning? Okay, I'm grateful for God. I am grateful for my health. I am grateful for my health. I am grateful for my family, my mom, my dad, my little brother, my goddaughters, and my godson as well. I'm extremely grateful for life and everything that has been happening for me. I'm grateful for the MMX platform. I'm grateful for my mentors. I'm grateful for I Am Mastery Academy. I'm grateful for the leaders within my organization. I'm grateful for my team. I'm grateful for Katie and everything that, we've been able to grow through. I'm grateful for my phone. I'm grateful for the AI pictures that, were so dope as well. That was amazing. I'm grateful for my Shopify store, which has been making me a ton of sales. I'm super grateful. I don't know if you guys remember, but remember when, a few months ago, I told you guys about e-commerce and how, I was going to start to do e-commerce and everything. Well, I started to do e-commerce and, just recently I relaunched my store and dude, I'm making $100 a day, which is so awesome. So, it just goes to show, never give up, never give up, never give up. Just keep going. And look, now making $100 a day with e-commerce, which is super amazing. So I'm glad that, for those who got started with me, for those who stayed with me, they're going to be able to see some great success. But today, let's get into today's topic. Today's topic are the 3 truths of work. Okay, I'm going to go over the 3 truths of work. Okay, and I think this is going to be an amazing topic for all of you guys to, really learn from. It's a topic that I feel like a lot of people need perspective on, especially being that we are in the month of September. I want to make sure that everybody is getting, real access to the ideas that can change your perspective. Okay, so just at the top of your paper, okay, I know I said 3 truths of work, but there's more to that. All right. In reality, this is the name of the topic. I didn't want it to be so long on YouTube. So the name of today's topic is 3 truths that can transform your perspective on work. That is today's topic. The 3 truths that can transform your perspective on work. Okay. Those are the 3 truths right there. That's what we're going to be talking about today. The 3 truths that can transform your perspective on work. Type a 3 in the chat box if you are ready to hear this amazing training today. If you are ready for this amazing training today, put a 3 in the chat box. I want to see who's here with me, okay? The 3 truths that can transform your perspective on work. If you put a 3 in the chat box, that means that you wrote down the title, you have a pen and paper in front of you, and you are ready to receive this training. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Awesome. So let's talk about it. So the 3 truths that can literally transform your perspective on work, we're going to get right into it. Okay, so what's the first one? Okay, number 1 is you don't have to, you get to. Okay, that is the first one. That is the first truth right there that will transform your perspective on work. A lot of us think that we have to work. No, you get to work. So the first truth is you don't have to, you get to. Understand this. Make the quick note. You will never build something great with an attitude of obligation. You will only build something great with an attitude of gratitude. Oof. I hope you guys are taking notes real quick. So I'm going to repeat it again from the top. Truth number 1 is you don't have to, you get to. Quick note to make right under that. You will never build something great with an attitude of obligation. You will only build something great with an attitude of gratitude. Okay. Now, let's talk about that. I don't have to do mornings with Nano. I don't have to wake up early and do a morning routine. I don't have to do training calls for the leaders within my organizations. I don't have to do opportunity calls and do events. I don't have to. I get to do those things. Okay. I get to do mornings with Nano. I get to do my morning routine. I get to work on myself. I get to eat healthy. I get to hydrate myself. I get to, because you see, when you say you have to, you're saying it because you feel like you're obligated to do it. Oh, I have to go to work. You're obligated, because if you don't go to work, guess what? You don't get paid. So you have to go to work. All right. And the problem is that a lot of people, because of the way that we've been raised and the way that society has programmed us, we always think that we have to do things. Because we always say, what's one thing we say? What's a sentence that people who work a job say almost every day, every weekday? I have to go to work tomorrow. I have to go to work today. Type a 1 in the chat box if you've ever heard yourself say those words, or if you've heard someone else say those words. Yo, I have to go to work. I have to. I think I've heard every single one of my friends who work a job say those words. They have to go to work. Almost 100%. But remember, when you say you have to, you're living from an attitude of obligation. And that's the reason why sometimes people join these businesses like network marketing or like digital entrepreneurship, and they think that they have to work. They think that they have to jump on the calls. They think that they have to do morning routines. They think that they have to jump on mornings with Nano. But the thing is that you've been trained to think from a place of obligation. And that's the biggest problem that we have. Okay. You get to do these things, guys. This is for your future. Remember, every morning's Nano call that you jump on is preparing you for your future. Every morning routine that you do is preparing you for the best version of yourself. Every training you hop on, every event that you go to, you get to do those things. You don't have to do those things. You get to do those things. You're blessed. That's why it's better to have an attitude of gratitude than an attitude of obligation. Because if you have an attitude of gratitude, you're like, yo, I'm so grateful I get to wake up and do this morning routine. I'm so grateful I get a chance to jump on Mornings with Nano and learn information that less than 1% of the world has access to. I'm grateful I go to these events where I can meet amazing people who have the same mindsets as me. I'm grateful that I get to do these things. You see the difference? There's a difference in the attitude. And remember, your attitude will determine your what? Finish it for me if you know. What does your attitude determine? Your attitude determines your, let's see who knows. Because you see, this is what it's all about. At the end of the day, this is what it's all going to come down to, your attitude. Your attitude will determine, like Tiara said in the chat box, your altitude. It'll determine your altitude, family. How high you go. And if we all know this, we all know that in order for us to get to where we want to go to, our attitude is going to play a huge part in our altitude. What is your altitude? How high you go, how much you succeed, how much you create for yourself, what the results that you get. Your attitude determines your altitude. So if you have an attitude of obligation, can we all agree that if we have an attitude of obligation, that our altitude won't be that high? You can't grow when you're in an attitude of obligation, man. You don't know how many people I know that say, man, I have to jump on Mornings with Nano tomorrow morning. I have to do these events. I have to prospect. a lot of you guys, the reason why you're stuck is because you think you have to do these things. That's why you're stuck. You think you have to do your morning routine. You still are, you're still thinking from a 95% mindset. You guys got to understand, you're not a 95%er anymore. You're a 5%er. Nano, what do you mean by that? Well, look at this. Let me share something with you guys really quick. Okay, there's 4 types of people in this world. Okay. 4 types. Some of you guys know this, some of you guys don't. Okay. So 60% of people are employees. All right. 35% of people are self-employed. Four percent are entrepreneurs. And 1% are investors. These are the 4 different ways people make money. Okay. Now, right here, as you guys can see, this is where 95% of people are. 95% of people work for money. Okay. These individuals believe they have to work. They gotta work. And the problem is that because you've been in the side of the 95% for so long, you believe that everything is you have to. You've gotten in the mindset of the 95% of people, which is they have to work. And the thing is that what happens is a lot of people then make the shift to want to become entrepreneurs. But they bring the 95% mindset over to this side. And you can't do that. You won't win on the 5% side with the 95% mindset. You can't win like that. You won't win over here like that. You really won't. You really will not win if you bring the mindset of the 95% over to the 5% mindset, because the 5% people, the entrepreneurs and investors, okay, they have an attitude of gratitude. These individuals over here, okay, because of their attitude, right, they understand that they get to work. You know why? Because they love what they do. They get to work. They love what they do. It's a passion. My entrepreneurs and my investors, the ones who truly are doing what they love what they do. They don't think, oh man, I gotta do this or I have to do that. They said, man, I get to do that. I get to jump on Mornings with Nano every morning, Monday through Friday. Yo, I had to have an attitude of gratitude to be able to do Mornings with Nano for free for 3.5 years. If I would have had the, I have to do Mornings with Nano, I would have probably never done it for as long as I did. But because I was grateful for every single call, I was like, yo, I am so grateful that I get to wake up every morning and pour into people. I am so grateful that I get a chance to wake up early and do my morning routine for 2 to 3 hours. I am so grateful that I have a team of people that I get to work with multiple times a week. I am so grateful that I get to invest to go to these events and learn from different people and connect with different people. You know why? Because I was thinking from a 4% and 1% mindset. Now, some of you guys are probably wondering, well, Nano, it's probably, it's hard for me, bro. I'm an employee. I'm self-employed. I'm part of the 95% right now. Well, guess what? You can start changing your mindset from now. Remember, being a part of the 95% or the 5% has nothing to do with money. It all has to do with mindset. It has nothing to do with money. It has to do with your mindset, with the way that you think. That's all it is. So you need to get out of the mindset where you think that you have to do things and understand that you get to do things. All right? We got to get into this. This is so important for all of our success and where we want to go in life. Too many people think that they have to do things. Too many people have an attitude of obligation. And that's what's holding so many people back. So many people back, man. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart to see how many people are being held back because they have an attitude of obligation. You should love what you do. I love every phone call I got to make. I love every call I got to jump on. I love every training. I love every obstacle that comes with this. Because I have an attitude of gratitude, fam. I'm not here to complain. I'm not here to wish upon anything. I'm here to be grateful. I'm grateful for all the work. And when you learn how to change that perspective from the I have to mindset to the I get to mindset, I promise you guys, you will be so much more productive and so many more amazing things will happen for you in your life if you just change that one perspective. Remember, we're going to go over 3 truths that are going to transform your perspective on work. The reason why I'm so grateful is because I get to wake up and work for 18 hours a day. Imagine that. Imagine telling people, yo, I get to wake up and work for 18 hours. Most people would be complaining that they have to wake up. Oh, I got to wake up, man. Man, I have to wake up and work 8 hours a day. And I'm telling people I get to wake up and I love working 18 hours a day. Look at the difference. I have to go work 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. I get to wake up and work 15 plus hours a day, which adds up to over 100 plus hours a week. I get to do that. I am so grateful for that. Because you know what? I'd rather work 100 hours on myself than work 40 hours for somebody else. And that's the truth, family. Okay? I'd rather work 100 hours on my future, 100 hours on myself than work 40 hours for somebody else. And that's the truth. Because in reality, people think, oh, I'm going to stop doing my work. I'm going to stop doing my job to do entrepreneurship. But in reality, you actually give up your job of 40 hours to work a lot more here. It's not going to be easier here. No, it's not going to be easier here. Absolutely not. It's not going to be easier. Trust me, it is not going to be easier. You'll probably work more with your entrepreneurship gig than you do anything else. And it'll probably take you a lot longer to make money during your entrepreneurship than with your job. Because at your job, you're trained. Remember, your job is trained to pay you every week. In entrepreneurship, you may not make money right away. Some will, some won't. But remember this, you learn to work without pay to get paid without work. I don't know if you guys can hear the construction in the back. They came back, I guess, already from lunch. But if y'all can't hear it, we'll keep running the play. Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear it or not, because if y'all can't hear it, I'll keep running the play. But if y'all hear it, then, okay, we're good. I don't hear. Okay, good. Okay, so it's important that we understand that. And anytime you guys hear it, please let me know. So it's important that we change that perspective. The perspective is really, really key. You change your perspective from this, which is the attitude of obligation, to the attitude of gratitude, where we're going to be able to put ourselves and be grateful for what it is that we get a chance to do on a day-to-day basis. Okay, every day, be grateful that you get a chance to wake up. Be grateful that everything is working in your favor. Be grateful that you have to read books. Be grateful that you get to write your goals down. Be grateful that you get to work out. You don't have to work out. You get to work out. It's going to help your body. It's going to help you live a healthier life. You don't have to eat bad food. You get to eat healthy food. Get in the habit of saying you get to instead of you have to, so that you can climb out of that mindset that is an attitude of obligation instead of the attitude of gratitude, which is the key. So that's number one. Everybody type a 1 in the chat box if you've had a change of perspective already today with just the first one. If you've had a change of perspective already with the first one, let us know in the chat box. Because this is what it's all about. I want to change your perspective on this call. I want all of you to be like, man, from this point moving forward, every time you catch yourself saying you have to do something, you change it and be like, you get to. Because I remember when I used to be like that. I remember when I still to this day, I will catch myself like, man, I have to jump on this call. And now I'd be like, nope, I don't have to. I get to jump on this call. Man, I had to go do my morning routine. No, I don't have to do my morning routine. I get to do my morning routine. And it's good to have people around you that always catch it as well, because Katie's great at it. Katie, that's why I'm so grateful for her, because she'll catch me saying, oh, I have to do this. And she'll be like, no, you don't. You get to do that. Boom, you see that? So it's good to also have people around you that know these things, because they get to check you. And she's great at it. So for me, Katie's awesome for that. She always checks me like, no, Nano, you don't have to do that call. You get to do that call. You don't have to go to that event. No, you get to go to that event. And it's a reminder, because remember, we got to live from that we got to live from the attitude of gratitude, not an attitude of obligation. And just for those simple words, it can change everything. So that was number one. Okay, let's talk about number two. Okay, what is the second truth that is going to make a big change in our lives and is going to change our perspective? Number two is, if you want a harvest, fall in love with the work. That's number two. If you want a harvest, fall in love with the work. Okay. Quick point. Building vision for the long term starts with the work put in the short term. I'm going to repeat this again. Building vision for the long term starts with putting in work in the short term. All right. Very, very key. Super, super key. So truth number two is, if you want a harvest, fall in love with the work. Okay. It's the photos on the wall for me. Facts, you know, that's how you know you're at mom's crib. So we got to understand that you got to fall in love with the work. The work is the key. If you want a harvest, fall in love with the work. Okay, because remember, you don't plant the seed today and eat the fruit tomorrow. You plant the seed today and you work, and eventually you'll get the harvest and you're able to eat the fruit. But look at what's in between the day that you plant the seed and the day you bear the fruit. Work, which is the process, which is what's required. And that's something you can't run away from. That's a price that has to be paid. It's a price that you get to pay. Not a price that you have to pay. It's a price that you get to pay. So don't run away from the work. Too many people are running away from the work. I had a great conversation with, one of my leaders yesterday. And I was telling them, I was like, bro, do the events every week if you can. Because the key is the reps. That's the key. The key is not what people think it is. The key is you got to go out there and put the reps in. People run away from the reps. People run away from the reps, and I feel so bad sometimes because I'm like, bro, only if they knew that they're doing themselves the biggest disservice by running away from the work. You got to do the events. You got to do the events. You got to do the opportunity calls. You got to do the studying. You got to read the books. You got to listen to the audios. You got to do these things. You can't run away from the work. The work is what's required in order for you to get to where you want to go to. How are you going to run away from it? You planted the seed. You're not going to bear fruit now. So in the process of you bearing fruit, work, nonstop. Stop running away from it. Stop being scared of the work. We get to put that work in. We get to pay that price. You just want to plant the seed and then show up the day that the fruit is there and expect to eat. No, that's not how it works. That is never how it's going to work. You never just plant the seed and then wait for it to sprout and wait for it to bear fruit and then you go eat. No. You got to fall in love with the work. And the work is going out there and every day watering that seed. Every day making sure that it's good, protecting it, showing up every day. Some of you guys haven't showed up in weeks to your team calls. Some of you guys haven't showed up in weeks to mornings with Nano. Some of you guys haven't done your morning routine in weeks. But you telling me you want to be successful. You telling me you want to harvest. You want God to bless you, but you even haven't wrote your goals down in a couple weeks. So how are we going to get there if you're running away from the work, if you're running away from the reps? Put the reps in. Do not run away from it. How are we going to get to where we want to go to? We plant the seed. If you want to bear fruit, sometimes that fruit takes 3 to 6 months to grow. What does that mean? You got to work in between. You got to put in that work. You got to put in that pain in between. Because like you said, it's seed, time, and harvest. Seed, time, and harvest. And what does time stand for? Things I must experience. So it's the seed, time, harvest. So we planted the seed. Now we got to put the time in. What is time? Things I must experience. What have you been experiencing? Your experiences are your morning routine. Your experiences are the Starbucks events. Your experiences are the hours you spend studying your strategy. The experiences are the events that you go to. The experiences are those opportunity calls, those three-way calls, those phone calls that you got to make. But you're running away from it. So how are we going to do it? How are we going to make it happen if you're running away from the work? How are you going to bear fruit and eat the fruit that you want if you are not putting in the work? This is so important. I see so many people chilling, relaxing. Sometimes I wonder, I'm like, man, these people don't know what they're doing, bro. I seriously, genuinely be feeling bad. Seriously, like, and as I say it as humble as possible, I'm like, bro, people really think that they're going to get to success working like this. Like, bro, you have no idea how much work you still have to put in before you even get close to what you want. You're not going to get what you want working like that. You have to be obsessed, like literally obsessed with what you're doing for us to make it here. Remember, we're coming from the bottom, guys. This is the problem that some of us are not understanding. We have to work twice as hard as people out there because we come from the bottom. We come from the bottom. Remember that. Never forget that. So in order for us to make it, in order for us, the hundreds and the 300-400 plus people that are on this call, in order for us to make it, you know what we got to do? We have to work twice as hard as the average person because we got to get it. We got to get it from the mud. We have to break generational curses. We have to create new paradigms. You know how much work some of us got to put in? Remember, I didn't start seeing real success until almost 3 years into my business. And you know how hard I worked for those first 3 years? Some of you guys been working for a month and you're already tired. Like, oh my God, bro, I've been working I worked so hard this past month. I worked so hard this summer. I did it for 3 years and I'm still working before I saw any success. That's what it takes, fam. That's what I tell people. That's why I'm grateful that God has made my journey longer than usual, because it's gonna show people that it doesn't happen overnight. I didn't want a success story that took me only a year to make 6 figures. I didn't want that success story, because then that would have created false hopes for everybody else. Well, Nano created 6 figures in 1 year. No, I don't want that success story. I want the success story that it took me time. I want the success story like, yo, look, it took Nano 6 years, 7 years to make $1 million. It took him 6, 7 years of hard work, because everybody thinks that it's going to happen in a year or two, and it's not. It's not going to happen like that. I promise you it won't happen like that. Can it happen for some of you guys? Absolutely. I've seen people make 6 figures, 7 figures in less than 5 years. I think it'll take me, I'm on year 5 since I started, but in reality, my first year, I don't count it because I didn't really work my first year. So I'm really on like 4 years. I feel like by my year 5, year 6, I'll be at multiple 7 figures, being how everything it is. After how many years into the business did you hit 6 figures? Well, I hit 6-figure income 2 years, but then I lost it. I regained it back. So in reality, it's not about what you hit, it's about what you keep. When I really hit it and kept it was after 3 years, like 2 years and like 9 months around there, 2 years, 10 months, almost close to 3 years until I hit. But what I mean by hit 6 figures was I hit it and I was keeping it. So it wasn't that I hit 6 figures and then I lost it. It was I hit it and kept it, like never lost it after that. Like I legit had a 6-figure a year income where I was making over 12K every single month. All right, which was earning me anywhere from 140 to 150 a year. Okay, that's what it took. But guess what? I fell in love with the work. I fell in love with the work. Fall in love with it. Do the work every single day. Too many people run away from the work and they don't understand that no matter what. This is what I always tell the leaders in my organization. Look, you see, for us to get to destination, let's say it takes 1,000 steps. Let's say it takes 1,000 steps to get there. Some people are going to climb those stairs faster than others. But if you want to get to the top, everybody's going to have to climb all 1,000 of those steps. So it doesn't matter if you do a step a day. It doesn't matter if you do 5 steps a day. It doesn't matter if you take a week off and then take a step and then take a week off and then take a step and then take a week off and then take a step. No matter what, you're going to have to climb all of the steps in order for you to get to where you want to go to. You can't run away from the steps. And that's the truth. That is the God honest truth. If it takes 1,000 steps for us to get to where we want to go to, you're going to have to climb every single step in order for you to get there. It's up to you. It's not up to me. It's up to you. It's up to you to decide how fast you want to climb these stairs. For me, I just never stop. That's the difference between me and everybody else. You know what separated me from everybody else, guys, to be honest, was that I never stopped. So many people stop. So many people stop. People stop because of family problems. People stop because of personal problems, because of business, because of this, because of that. People stop for whatever reason that they can. They use anything as an excuse to stop. Oh, I had to stop because I need to focus on this first. I need to stop because of this. I need to stop. I've heard all the excuses in the world. I need to focus. I need to stop because I need to focus on my job. I need to stop because I don't have money coming in. I need to stop because I've heard all of them, bro. All of them. I need to stop because I need to focus on myself. That's the biggest one. I need to focus on myself. So I gotta stop. I gotta stop because this happened in my life. I gotta stop because my girlfriend or my boyfriend left me. I gotta stop because of this. I gotta stop because of that. I gotta stop because I don't have money to pay for my membership. Oh my God, you don't know how many times I've heard that one. I gotta stop because I can't pay my membership. And I'm like, Are you serious, bro? For real? I gotta stop because I lost my rank. I never stopped. Never. I never, ever, 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 ever stopped. Never. I don't make excuses. I keep going. I don't stop. I don't stop. Something happened in my life, I don't stop. Okay. I can't pay my membership, I don't stop. Somebody left my business, I don't stop. I'm going through personal things in life, I don't stop. I don't stop no matter what. No matter what is happening in my life, I never stop. I keep climbing, I keep climbing, I keep showing up, I keep doing what's required because I am not running away from the work. I don't ever run away from the work. I don't care. I'm not gonna stop. Stop making excuses as to why you should stop. Why are you stopping? Don't stop. I'm telling you. Keep going. You get to keep going. Remember that. You don't plant the fruit today and eat the, you don't plant the seed today and eat the fruit tomorrow. It literally blows my mind when people tell me, yo, I need to stop putting in the work because I got to focus on this. But then they'll go and work 8 hours a day at a job. I'm like, yo, my man, sometimes you got to have patience in life, for real. Sometimes I really have to have patience in life, bro, to hear the things that I hear people tell me sometimes. It literally, like, I sit there and I'm like, yo, are you serious right now? You mean to tell me you got to stop putting work into your future, but you have 8 hours a day for your job? How does that make sense? No, nothing. And remember, I'm not talking bad on jobs at all. But there's people that come to me and tell me, no, I got to stop working on my business because I'm going through something in life, but they'll happily show up every day, Monday through Friday at their jobs and work 8 hours a day. But they can't work on their business because of whatever they're going through in life. It doesn't make sense. We have to be more tough mentally, guys. It's not going to work like this. It can't be like this, okay? So if you guys understand number 2, which is, let me go back to it. Number 2 was, if you want to harvest, fall in love with the work. Building vision for the long term starts with putting in the work short term. It starts with the short term work that we're putting in. So if you guys got value from number 2, put a 2 in the chat box. Let me grab my charger real quick while you guys put those 2s in the chat box. Put a 2 in the chat box real quick. All right, so we're back. Okay, we're back. Okay, so that was truth number 2 that will change your perspective. Okay, now the last and final one, number 3. Seasons of struggle squeeze out strength. That's number 3. Oof, this one is going to be a good one. Seasons of struggle squeeze out strength. Seasons of struggle squeeze out strength. Quick note, often the best outcomes are birthed out of opposition. Sheesh. Often the best outcomes are birthed out of opposition. Man, this one's a good one right here. Seasons of struggle squeeze out strength. Man, let me tell you guys something right here, right now. The struggle seasons that I've gone through, my brother Jay Stu was good, fam. The seasons of struggles that I've gone through have given me the strength that I have today to keep going. I get to go through the seasons of struggles. I love the seasons of struggle. The seasons of struggle are actually my favorite. The seasons of struggle are my favorite Because in the seasons of struggle is where I learn the most. The seasons of struggle is where I grow the most. The seasons of struggle is where I'm able to elevate the most and become the strongest version of myself. I love the seasons of struggle. I embrace the seasons of struggle. I fell in love with the seasons of struggle. There will actually be, let me tell you guys something. Let me tell you something that if nobody has told you this, let me be the one to tell you. When you join entrepreneurship, your first 5 years, you will experience more seasons of struggle than you do seasons of success. And that's facts. If nobody has told you. In the first 5 years of your entrepreneurship journey, especially the first 2 or 3 years, you will experience more seasons of struggle than you do seasons of success. And that's facts, 1000%. And anybody who's been in the game with me for 2 or 3 years, they can tell you. I've experienced a lot of seasons of success, though. I've had a lot of great, successful seasons. But let me tell you, I've had a lot more struggle seasons, bro. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. But that's what has developed my willpower. That's what has developed my mindset. That's what has put me in the position that I'm in today. I promise you right now that most of us on this call right now, we've had more seasons of struggle than we've had success. But it's about how we use those seasons of struggle. It's what is our perspective during that season of struggle that will determine how strong we get. That's the difference. You see, I go through things, but I'm blessed when I go through things. I love when I go through things. Appreciate you, Stu. I love when I go through things. Others, when they go through things, they allow the things that they go through to put them down. They let the things that they go through slow them down. They stop what they're supposed to be doing. They get discouraged. They quit. They complain. They stop putting in the work. They get frustrated. They get stressed. They get overwhelmed. But when I struggle, I celebrate. I'm happy. I'm looking for the treasure. I'm excited. I'm building my strength. I'm gaining perspective. I'm not looking at the struggle itself. I'm looking at the blessing itself. I tell God, thank you for testing me. Thank you, God, for putting me in this challenge. Thank you for teaching me this way. And the thing is, you know what this thing is? Some of you guys are going through the same struggles over and over and over again because you still haven't learned your lesson. And God will put you through the same lesson over and over and over and over and over and over again until you learn that lesson. Some of you guys haven't learned your lesson. That's why you're still going through the same struggles that you've always gone through. That's why you're still going through the same financial struggles. That's why you're still going through the same business struggles. That's why you're still going through the same relationship struggles. You're still going through the same struggles because you haven't learned your lesson. You haven't learned your lesson, so you're going to keep going through those struggles. Dude, I remember God would put me through the same problem, the same struggles over and over and over again until I learned it. To the point where you're almost sick and tired of going through it. You'll go through the same struggle so many times that you'll get sick and tired of going through the same struggle over and over and over again. You'll get sick and tired of going through the same struggle. And that's when you'll learn. You'll be like, yo, enough is enough, man. I learned my lesson. That's it. I learned my lesson. Yeah, Mercedes, that's it. Remember, seasons of struggle will squeeze out strength. They will make you stronger. They will make you wiser. They will build your character. They will make you so much better. Stop running away from the seasons of struggle. Like you said, look, remember, listen to me. I've been in the game for over 5 years. I'm not the smartest. I'm not the best speaker. I'm not this incredible success story, okay? But what I will tell you is this. as that in this season and in this journey, your first few years, there will be more seasons of struggle than there is seasons of success. And that's for sure. Because right now, you don't have the character to deserve success. Right now, you don't have the wisdom to deserve the success. Right now, you don't have the requirements. You don't meet the requirements right now in order for you to deserve what you're asking for. And the only way that you're going to get what you deserve is by building up the strength, building up your wisdom, building up your willpower, building you up and getting you rid of all those bad habits. And you know what's going to happen? You're going to get tested in those areas. You're weak in your area of communication, you're going to get tested there. You're weak in your area of relationships, you're going to get tested there. You're weak in your area of finances, you're going to get tested there. You're going to get tested in all the areas where you're weak at until you learn in those areas, you strengthen those areas, you grow in those areas, and then you'll elevate. And now, instead of it being a season of struggle, it'll be a season of success for you. But until then, it's struggle season, baby. You're going to struggle. 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 I promise you, it's going to be a struggle on your way up. I've struggled in my business multiple times until I learned the lessons that were required in order for me to get through that and gain the strength in order for me to keep pushing forward. I've gone through struggles in my relationship. I have. And still go through them. But guess what? We're learning every day. We get better every day. I'm gaining more wisdom every day. I'm reading the books now. I'm doing what's required now. I'm becoming a more man of faith in God. I struggled. I struggled building my relationship with God. But now I have a strong one with God. You guys got to understand this stuff. All right. Seasons of struggle will squeeze out strength. That's the third truth. If you understand that, seasons of these oppositions is what's going to get you in the right place. You can never run away from the struggles, fam. Never run away from it. You know why? Because remember, the hardest thing about getting to the top is getting through the crowd at the bottom. Never forget that. The hardest thing about getting to the top is getting through the crowd at the bottom. You got to get through the crowd at the bottom first. Got to get through it. And that crowd at the bottom is difficult. You're going to have seasons when nobody believes in you. You're going to have seasons when everybody quits on you. You're going to have seasons where people don't even say what's up to you. But you got to keep pushing, man. There's going to be a lot of different seasons, and the struggles come in different ways. One season, it'll be a season of struggle in your finances. Another season, it'll be a season of your relationship. It'll be a season of struggle in your business. It'll be a season of struggle in your family. Every area will be tested if it's not strengthened. Every area in your life that is weak will be tested until strengthened. And then when it's strengthened, take advantage, grow, and you'll elevate. I remember when it happened to me. My business was tested, my finances was tested, my health was tested, my relationship was tested. And in every area, I learned some valuable lessons that helped me grow stronger and helped me grow wiser. And I elevated, I grew in all those areas, and then I was able to get to the next level. And then when I was at the next level, again, it was tested, it was tested, it was tested, it was tested. I found the value, I found the treasure, and I grew. And every level, that's all it is. It's all a bunch of tests that you're going to go through. You're going to go through a bunch of struggles, all right, in order for you to gain the strength, in order for you to get to the next level. Because if you were given the next level at the strength that you have right now, you won't even be able to make it. Some of you guys don't have the strength right now to deal with six-figure problems. You guys will go crazy if you had six-figure problems. God right now is giving me the strength and developing me to become a seven-figure earner. So everything that he's doing for me right now is he's preparing me. Every struggle that he's putting me through, even till this day right now, in all areas of my life, he's preparing me for seven-figure problems, seven-figure struggles. Right now, I don't deserve seven figures yet because I haven't developed the strength and the wisdom for 7 figures. So in the meantime, he's developing me into that. He's pointing out the areas in my life. Nano, you're weak in this area. I'm gonna make you struggle in this area until you learn your lesson in this area, so that way you can be ready for 7 figures. But until then, I'll be here until I learn that lesson. So pay attention to what areas in your life God continues to put you through and struggle. Maybe those are the areas where you need to be working and paying more attention to. And that's the truth right there. And it is so true that it is 11:11. Pay attention to the areas in your life where God keeps putting you through struggle. Those are the areas you need to be working on, that you need to be gaining wisdom on, and that you need to be learning from in order for you to get to where you want to go to, guys. Those are the ones. The ones that he's testing are the ones you got to work on. Pay attention to the places where God is putting you in struggle. Are you struggling in your relationship right now? He's testing you because you need to fix something there. Is he testing you in your business right now? Fix something because there's something there for you. Is he testing you in your finances? Check it because there's something there that you need to learn. In every area that you are being tested, there is something for you to learn from there. There's something for you to gain strength from there. Don't run from it. This is the key. Love this. Remember, we get to, right? What are the 3 truths from the top? We're done here. Truth number 1 is you don't have to, you get to. You get to put the work in. You get to jump on Mornings with Nano. You get to go to work. For my people that have jobs, don't say that you have to go to work anymore. No, you get to go to work. You don't have to go pick up your kids. You get to pick up your kids. You don't have to eat healthy. You get to eat healthy. Get out of the mindset that you have to. Get in the mindset of you get to. Because a mindset that you have to is an attitude of obligation. A mindset of you get to is an attitude of gratitude. You get to go to church. You get to build a relationship with God. You get to write your goals down. Never forget that. That was number 1, truth number 1. Truth number 2 is if you want to harvest, fall in love with the work. Don't run away from the work. Fall in love with it. You get to work. You get to work. Stop thinking that you have to work. You get to it. All right. And then truth number 3 was seasons of struggle squeeze out strength. Seasons of struggle squeeze out strength. And that's the truth. They make you stronger. They make you better. They help you elevate. And this is what it's all about. Those are the 3 truths, okay, that will transform your perspective on work. If you understand those 3 truths right there, they will transform your perspective on work. You don't have to, you get to. If you want to harvest, you got to work for it. Okay, which is very important and super simple. And understanding that the season of struggles squeeze out your strength. You're going to have to work through a lot of those seasons of struggle, but those are the ones that are going to make you better, fam. So if you guys got value from our 3 truths today, type some 333s in the chat box. If you guys got value from today's call, okay? With that being said, this is a incredible call that we just finished. Thank you guys so much. Like I said again, for all of my people who are on this call, for the 230 plus watching here, for the 60, 70 plus over here, the 300 plus people watching Mornings with Nano today. Okay, remember, I only do Mornings with Nano on YouTube twice a week now, only Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay, if you want to have access to me on the days that I'm not here, which are Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, okay, you have to sign up for MMX. Okay, MMX is our mindset mastery platform. Okay, where you will pay $100 a month to get more exclusive access to my calls, to my recordings, to my inner circle. There's a lot that's going on the MMX side. If you guys want more information on that, please reach out to the Mornings with Nano page. If you reach out to the Mornings with Nano page on how you can get started with the MMX platform, my sister and my business partner, Jasmine, will walk you through the step-by-step process on how you can get started with MMX, guys. Do not miss that, okay? So follow me on Instagram at Mornings with Nano, okay? Also, check my other Instagram, which is my main page, Long Live Nano. Be careful of fake pages, guys, okay? Please be careful of the fakes, all right? And another thing that I would really, really appreciate from everybody here, okay, is that we have a lot of videos that have been dropping. I don't know if you guys know these, but as you guys can see right here, I've been dropping a lot of recap series, okay? I have a Barcelona recap series. I have a Arizona recap, a New York recap. There's even an Arizona recap that just dropped. Right here, we have a California recap. Go take a look at these, guys. Show some love, leave some likes, you know, leave a comment below. You know, you guys will be able to see a little bit about how we do the tours. You know, there's some great value behind them. You guys get to see the beautiful places I get a chance to travel to. You know, there's a lot of amazing things here. So I would really appreciate if you guys will show love to the recap series. They're amazing. A lot of people are getting a lot of value from them. They're loving them. So I would really, really appreciate that. And then the last thing I want to say is this, guys. If you haven't got your journals, your Mornings with Nano journals, don't forget about them, guys. These journals are absolutely incredible. People love them. People are getting a lot of value from them. People are organizing their Mornings with Nano notes a lot better. They're getting trainings from them. People are literally running trainings on Mornings with Nano because of it. So, you know, take a look at those. That's the Mornings with Nano journal right there if you guys want it. Okay. But with that being said, that is everything. I'm going to do a quick prayer for us and we're going to get out of here. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. We're going to get out of here. So quick prayer. Everybody bow your heads and let's pray. Father God, thank you so much for blessing us with this beautiful Thursday morning where we get a chance to grow, we get a chance to elevate, and we get a chance to learn. We learned some amazing things this morning and we learned some truths. And we understand that in order for us to live a life of abundance and freedom, the truth is what will set us free. And today we really understood what it means to work. All right. We understand that no longer do we have to go to work. We get to go to work. We understand that the seasons of struggle are going to bring out the strength in us. And we also know that we can't run away from the work. We must fall in love with the work. And this is something that we all needed to hear this morning. And on behalf of the whole entire Mornings with Nano community and everybody that heard the message this morning, Father, we want to thank you for always giving us perspective. We want to thank you for always putting us through the struggles that make us stronger. We want to thank you for always giving us the wisdom in order for us to become the best version of ourselves. We want to thank you for standing there by our side and helping us heal through the tough times that life throws at us. You have always been there for us, God, and we are so extremely thankful for all that you continue to do for us and all that you will continue to do for us moving forward, Father. So we love you so much and we appreciate you so much. Let's go out there. Let's continue to live by the truth. Let's continue to put the work in. We are excited because we know that we get to go put the work in today. We're going to fall in love with the process. And if there's anybody dealing with any seasons of struggle, we're going to learn our lesson and move forward, Father. So we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for everything. And in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. 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 All right. So with that being said, guys, thank y'all so much for hopping on today's call. I am blessed. I am grateful. I hope all of you guys have a blessed rest of your days. God bless all of you. I love all of you. If you guys want to get in contact with the MMX family, we have some amazing things happening on MMX, some great lessons, some amazing things happening, just not even if within my platform. With Matt Rosa, you're going to be able to get direct mentorship from Matt once a week. You're going to be able to get, you know, Millie Mills multiple times a week. You know, it really, really is an incredible platform. So don't miss out on it. If you want to get started with the MMX platform, let me actually just really quick in here. Let me show you guys. I can drop the link in here. All right, let me just show you guys here on YouTube real fast. Right, I just dropped the link. I don't know if that works on YouTube. I don't know if that might be too long. Yeah, I think it may be too long. Yeah, it is too long. Okay, so let me delete this real quick. Sorry, guys. It's way too long. That's what it is. Okay, this is the link right here to sign up for MMX. Okay, I just dropped it on YouTube. I don't know if you guys could click on that, but if you click on it, for example, Okay, this is what it's gonna look like when you click on it. All right, you will click on it and you will simply just come right here. It'll ask you to choose a pack. You're picking the Mindset Mastery classes, MMX right here, boom. As you can see, it's only $100. You'll click on it, you'll hit MMX, you'll scroll all the way down, you'll skip all these add-ons. Don't worry about starting a business or anything. You'll hit continue. You will pick me as your enroller, Nano, Kevin Torres, long live Nano. You'll confirm me, check. You'll create a first name, last name, phone number, email. That's all we need. Username and password, click. And then on the next page, you pay, and then you're in. Okay, super easy and very simple. And you're in the platform and you're ready to go. And we'll walk you guys through from there. Okay, so that is my link if you guys want to get started with the MMX platform. If you are already a part of the company, okay, what you need to do is you need to upgrade to I Am Empowered package and pick another package to work on, okay, so that way you guys can go through it, okay? But it's definitely worth the money. It's unbelievable, and I'm blessed and grateful that you guys got it. So if you have the I Am Empowered package, you get MMX for free if you're already in the company. So if you only have one package, let's say you have DCX or TBX, okay, if you add on another package and you become an Empowered package member, you get MMX for free for life, guys. So keep that in mind. But with that being said, I love you all. I appreciate you guys all. Thank y'all for your support. MMX, I'll see you guys tomorrow.